Here we are, the first truly great superhero movie. It's gotten some competition since its release, but when Spider-Man 2 came out, it was the best comic book superhero movie ever. It raised the bar on what this genre could be. The story follows Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, a man who can't hold down a job because he's too busy saving people to focus on his work, or his studies for that matter. He's under threat of failure from Professor Connors, Dylan Baker, for his inability to show up for class. He can't be with the girl he loves, Kirsten Dunst, because if Spider-Man's enemies were to find out who he is, she would be a target. Meanwhile, we have Dr. Otto Octavius, Alfred Molina, a good scientist who, with his wife, Donna Murphy, is working with Harry Osborn, James Franco, to develop a source of unlimited clean energy. Sadly, he becomes overconfident, and in doing so, ends up with 4 metal arms fused to his back and his wife dead. In his grief, he goes insane and attempts to fix the scientific flaw that created the disaster. In doing so, he threatens not just New York, but perhaps the world. There are so many reasons why this movie works. Every character gets some great moments to shine. All the major characters come to some sort of revelation before the movie ends, but probably what this movie gets the most right is its understanding of who Peter Parker is. He isn't a great superhero because of how awesome his powers are, although they are awesome. He's a great superhero because of his willingness to persist. There's a subplot here where Peter loses his powers for a substantial part of the movie. He thinks that perhaps this is a sign that he shouldn't be Spider-Man and should pursue a normal life. But after turning his back on helping people one too many times, he starts to try to save them again, only this time just as Peter Parker with no powers. What this movie understands is that Spider-Man isn't the real hero, Peter Parker is. I don't have many complaints, but the big one is very much Mary Jane. I understand her wanting Peter to see her play, but she seems to think if you don't see her play, you don't care about her, and how much you care can be measured by how much you see it.
By the way, John has seen my show 5 times. Harry has seen it twice. Aunt May has seen it. My sick mother got out of bed to see it. Even my father.
It comes off as very shallow, and the ending where she literally leaves a guy on the altar is incredibly tacky. Still, despite some flaws, Spider-Man 2 set a new standard for all other superhero movies to be compared to later. It is easily the best Marvel movie at the time, and perhaps still is even now.
Hey, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And if you really love this video, consider visiting my Patreon page.